Now, let's move on to the next speaker to discuss other digital teaching apps that will greatly help you as an educator.
Yes, hello. Hi, my name is Patrick Nilsson, and I'm going to share my screen. I just wonder, can you see my screen? So, hi everybody, and good afternoon. My name is Patrick Nilsson, and I will be presenting and talking a little bit about Dugga digital assessment. I am one of the co-founders of Dugga, and I've been a teacher myself since 1987. And in 1994, I've been a teacher in higher education. And what I'm doing is I've been working as a researcher to develop a platform that is called Dugga Digital Assessment. And we are collaborating together with Radenta and, of course, also with Microsoft. We also recently became the Global Partner of the Year in education with our platform, and we're really happy and proud about that. Dugga is a digital exam platform that is used in 130 plus countries for high stakes exams, assignments, home exams, homework, tests, quizzes, and you can use it in class or remote. So Dugga is used for knowledge assessment. And when you're doing this assessment of students, then of course you can lock down the students' computers so that they cannot do anything else than the exam that they have in front of them. And we have different systems to do that, such as Safe Exam Browser, Responders, Exit Check, and so on. We also have Microsoft Take a Test that is inbuilt in Windows that can be used to lock down the computers of the students so that they can focus only on the exam and the questions. Dugga is being used for all subjects and levels of education, such as K-12, higher education, universities, and so on, and is also platform and operating system independent. So you can use it for any operating system. Students can bring their own devices, and they can, of course, also use the school's devices. It doesn't matter if they're using their own devices, because when you're locking down the computers, well, then they cannot do anything else than the exams that they have in front of them. Dugga is based on research and is also the only assessment platform that is born out of scientific research. And this thing about research is really important for us. So we are running several projects with partners to develop the platform. One of our partners is Cambridge University in the United Kingdom. Another partner is Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. And then, of course, we are partnering with Stockholm University in Sweden, where Dugga was born in 2012. Recently, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Southern Alberta Institute of Technology came out with research results showing the results of when you're using Dugga as a platform in your school or in your university. And we're really happy and proud to share these results with you. You will be the first audience to see these results. So with Dugga, you can save time and you can avoid stress, and also you can improve learning outcomes. So what they did at Southern Alberta Institute of Technology was that they were using Dugga there for 1 year, and then they could see that they got 10% better grades. The students, they experienced 60% increased well-being. We also could, or they also could detect 75% increase of knowledge retention, which is actually learning outcomes, and also a lot of saved times, plus 98%. So this is a snapshot of the results of when you're using Dugga at a school, and this is based on scientific research by Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. And this is actually the essence of why schools worldwide are using Dugga. So if we look a little bit further into the numbers, we can see that 96% of teachers think that marking and grading is the worst part of their job. They think that it's also time consuming, and they're spending a lot of time on creating, conducting, and administering exams and tests. We also know that there are unequal opportunities, since 1 out of 5 students have some kind of special need. And then, of course, Dugga can help students with that. We also know that paper and pen has several limitations. So, but with Dugga, you can get interactivity and multimedia options that you can use, video, audio, documents that you can upload. You can activate accessibility tools inside of Dugga. You can use auto scoring and auto grading to reduce the time consumption. And of course, Dugga does the job so you won't have any feeling of stress. So let's have a look inside of the platform. And the heart of an assessment platform is actually the question types, so that you as a teacher, you have the freedom to ask questions in the way that you want to. So let's have a first look. So this is how it looks like when you're inside of Dugga and when you're creating an exam. Then here you can see the name of the exam, basic quantum physics. You can, whenever you want to, you can copy the exam. The questions that you're creating, they are appearing over here, and you can pull them around with drag and drop. You can preview the exam. You can add questions if you want to. You can add information. You can go and get questions from the archive, and you can collaborate with colleagues. So you can use your colleagues' questions or your colleagues' exams, and you can create exams together with your colleagues. When you're done, then you just add an examination date so that your students can take the exam. Now, when you're creating the exam, here you have different question types. You have essay question, multiple choice question, and several other auto-graded question types. And we're going to look at a few of them. So here you have an essay question. You write your question, A, B, and C. You add points. You can limit the length of the answer, and you can use spell check. You can format the text with this editor. You can add images, you can add video, you can add audio, and you can upload documents if you want to, and tables and sheets. So with Dugga, you will have an intuitive workflow where you can create questions with all kinds of text, audio, video, links, and more. You can grade automatically or manually. And when you have gotten the exams from the students, you can give feedback in 4 different ways. We're going to look at that a little bit more. And of course, the state-of-the-art design that it's making it so much easier to build, create, and deliver exams to your students. If we look at another question type that is called correct answer, here the teacher has written toothbrushing is important for good health. And then the teacher is also writing some more information here. And here are the correct answers: heart failure and atrial fibrillation. And then if the student would write that, the student will get 2 points. And this is from the student's view, and they write the answer here. But what if the student would write something else, unexpected? Well, that's no problem at all, because then when you're marking and grading, now this is afterwards when the students have taken the exam. Then you just click here. Then you can see the 2 green ones, which are the ones that the teacher used when creating the question. And now the teacher can just look through all the answers from the students and just accept the answers, just like you can see in this short video clip. And when you're accepting the answers, that means that everyone that has written in this way will get correct answer. And then at the end, then you will just save this. And then you will have an increase of correct answers, which means that the next time that you're running this question, then you will have less work to do, because all these new answers will be compared to the new answers that students are giving. So the more you use Dugga, the less work you will have to do as a teacher. Here is a question type called right place. I am uploading an image. It can be any image. And then I select areas like this, and then I write biceps. I select another area on this image. I write pectoralis, and so on and so forth. And then from the student's point of view, they will just look at this image, and then they will just connect the dots. And this is, of course, auto-graded. I could use this for geography, or I could use it for economics or astronomy or any subject. So it's just to go ahead and use this, and everything is auto-graded so that you will save a lot of time of marking and grading. Dugga can also be used for STEM subjects. So you can create questions with this editor where we're using AI with pen to text. And then you can allow Dugga to translate the pen to text. So I can use a touch screen or a digital pen or similar, or my mouse, and then I write this, and this will be translated into computer written text, which makes it so much easier for the teacher to understand what the student has written. You can also use chemistry as a question type, and then you can use the periodic table, for instance, to build isotopes, molecules, etc. And if you want to use the pen to text, you just click here, and then you can activate the pen to text functionality for chemistry as well. Yes. So, as I mentioned, Dugga is a partner with Microsoft, and we're, of course, a partner with Radenta. With Microsoft, we have integrations in Teams, and we have a Dugga Teams app so that you can use Dugga in Teams together with your students. This is the view from the teacher's point of view. And here I have my exams that I've created in Dugga. I select one of these exams and I want to create an exam event because now I want the students to take this exam. I can see the name of the exam here, and then I schedule the date and the time when it starts and the date and time when it ends. And then I select a group, one group, 5 groups, or 25 groups. I can see the selected classes here. If it is a re-exam, then I can select individual students also if I want to. And when I'm done, then I just click Create Exam Event. And then we have a look from the student's point of view, and then it looks like this. The student is inside the Teams calendar, for instance, and then I can see it's Tuesday the 21st, and here I have final exam. This is my schedule this week. I click on this exam event, and then with single sign on, voila, you're straight inside of Dugga so that you can start taking the exam. And then I can read this if I want to, and then I just answer the question in the way that I want to. If I want to, I can also listen to this question, or I can use Microsoft Immersive Reader if I have, for instance, reading disabilities. Then it's just to click here. I can see my name here. I can see the time that is left of this exam, and here I can see all the questions. I can see the questions that are unanswered, and I can see the questions that are answered. And it's just to click and go between the different questions. I can also scroll if I want to. Up here in the top menu, I can see upcoming exams. So I have a schedule there, so I can see all the exams and tests and assignments that are coming up. And I can also look at finished exams. At the finished exams, there I can see my grade, I can see all the feedback that I've gotten from my teacher, and so on. And here I also have security options so that I can download security so that I can take the exams if the exam is in lockdown mode. I also have high contrast mode if I would like to. And here I have a profile where I can insert an image if I would like to do that. In Dugga, you can answer questions in several different ways. You can answer with your keyboard or on your computer. You can use your mouse if you want to, and so on. But you can also use paper, and this is really convenient. So if a student would like to use paper, for instance, then the student can just write, like you can see here on this image, and then the student scans with Microsoft Lens or the camera on a mobile phone or an iPad. Then you just scan this code and then you upload this paper into Dugga exactly to question number 7. And then the teacher can just mark and grade and give scores in the normal way. After the exam, when you're done, then Dugga will take care of all the automatically marked and scored questions. So you do not have to do anything. The only thing you have to do is the manual marking, scoring, and grading, for instance, for essay questions, where here we have an answer, where you can see the answer from the student. And then you can just mark this section, and then you select green, and then you write the comment to the student. And then you save that. As you can see here, you have a symbol. When the student is getting the exam back, the student can just hover over this text, and then the student will see the comments from the teacher. You can also give individual feedback to the student. You can give feedback to all students so that you don't have to repeat yourself. You can also add images, video, audio. You can upload documents if you want to, where the student can see the correct answer. Over here, you also have assigned grading tasks so that you can collaborate with your colleagues so that your colleague will mark and grade question number 1 and 2, and I will perhaps mark question number 3 and 4. So you can collaborate and work together with several teachers when you're marking and grading in Dugga. So in addition to all the great functionality that you have in Dugga, we also have learning analytics and a special tool so that you can analyze and improve your students' learning outcomes. Here you can see a lot of exams that you've been doing in grammar, and here you can see the students' names, and then I can see how they have performed on the different exams or tests that they have had. Here you can see that on this specific exam, they had only 16%. So then you can perhaps focus a little bit more on this subject, since the students will need that. And what we're doing with Dugga is that we're using the power of Microsoft Power BI, which is integrated in Dugga. This is one example where I'm looking at my entire class. Perhaps I want to look at one student, like in this case, Jolene. And here I can see that Jolene, she was on this exam, that one, that one, and this last exam. But she's been missing a lot of exams. So I have to talk to her and I have to give her special assignments so that she can cover all the missing grounds. So you can use the Dugga Power BI tool in any way you want to, and specifically to improve your students' learning outcomes. And this is also why Southern Alberta Institute of Technology in Canada, why they could see how much you could improve the learning outcomes in Dugga. Here we have an example of a school district. This is in Sweden. Dugga is coming from Sweden. And they were pointing out the benefits of Dugga, that you can save a lot of time and you can solve the teacher's stress and, of course, unequal opportunities also. They were pointing out autograding, less stress, that when you started, you could save 5 hours per week that you could spend on your students instead. You have intuitive state-of-the-art design and inbuilt accessibility tools. And another benefit of Dugga that they're pointing out is that it's so user-friendly, any teacher can manage it after a quick 60-minute introduction. Yes, so special Dugga offer. I will post in the Teams chat, I will post this link. So you can sign up for a free school license for all users in your school. And this is a 2 months free license that you will sign up to. And you can also get a 50% discount on all licenses the first year of use if you sign up within 2 months. You can also get 100% discount on setup if you sign up within 2 months. So it will not cost you anything to start using Dugga. And as you know, we're collaborating with Radenta Technologies and we're using Microsoft Teams. So go ahead and sign up for Dugga. And when it comes to contact, here, please reach out and contact our partner, Roel, who is Business Development Officer. And here you can see the contact information to Roel. So please don't hesitate, reach out to Roel or reach out to us and we'll help you get going with Dugga. Thank you very much. This was basically everything that I would like to say and tell you. I'm really thankful that I got the opportunity to tell you a little bit about Dugga. And now I'm also posting this link in the Teams chat, where you have, if you look in the Teams chat, you can see that you can get a free license for all users in your entire school or university with Dugga Digital Assessment. I am Patrick Nilsson, and thank you very much for listening to me. Okay.